So we're recording. So we're talking a little bit about strategy. The next 10 days, in my opinion, are going to be one of the most lucrative days in a 10-day window that you will ever have in your whole career. Because although we get a sense of urgency, like June 20th to June 30th, they could really care less about the last 10 days of the Mary Kay year. So what I will tell you guys, first of all, let's talk about mindset. You are competing against Amazon, every big box store, all the media bombarding people with mailers, tons of emails. Like their inbox is going to get just overthrown with email offers, and every day it's going to be something different. So I'm going to throw out several ideas. I want you to hear my heart. Do not try to incorporate all these ideas. Pick the ones that you like, but have the strategy in mind of what you're trying to create. So know what the outcome is at the end. If your goal is to have a lot of sales, that's one thing. If you're trying to get referrals and sales and you want to do something referral based, if you're trying to get them to not just buy gifts, but get on skincare, then it's a slightly different strategy. So you want to have the end in mind. And so once you have your goal of the end in mind, then I would suggest that you call your director and say, okay, this is where I want to be on November 30th. Can you help me with a strategy? Or this is what I was thinking about doing. What do you think? Because what I do know is sometimes our mindset is, well, I'm just going to throw a bunch of stuff out there and see what sticks. Not necessarily the most effective. Okay, so let's first talk about getting them exposed to Mary Kay. People who don't know a thing about Mary Kay, maybe you've got relatives, girlfriends, whatever, that aren't a current customer, they may not be as intrigued by your sale, because it's kind of like when a restaurant says, buy a dinner, get a dinner at half off. You're thinking, but if you've never eaten there, you're like, whatever. But if it's your favorite restaurant, so if Luna came up and said, buy a dinner, get a dinner at half off, I'd probably go to dinner there tonight because I've been there, love their food. Does that make sense? So your sales are really geared more for the people who already know you, love the product, or maybe you've let them try a sample or whatever. So let's talk about how you can increase your business this weekend. So I'm going to give you about 7 or 8 ideas, and then at the end, I'd like to know what your top two ideas are. All right, so I'm going to go in here and screen share for just a quick second. Except I don't want to screen share that. I want to get out of that. Hold on. Okay, so let's talk about exposure. So I know Jen Segusio just jumped on, so this may not all make sense to her, but Jen, we are recording this, and so if you missed the beginning, just go with it. So you guys, again, it's about exposure. So can you guys imagine if you got them on an event this weekend, then all of a sudden, like, I had no idea Mary Kay did that. What else do you have? So let's talk about how we can warm up their palate. Okay, one way to warm up their palate is tonight. Tonight we have 2 virtual sessions. I'm trying to look for it. It's right here. I'm assuming, can you guys see what I see? Are you seeing the Winter Wonderland? Can somebody just say yes if you see it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Jen. All right, so one option is, and again, we talked a little bit, Jen, before you jumped on, about exposure and having a strategy for the next 10 days. The next 10 days, you guys, honestly, you could make more in sales in the next 10 days than maybe you have since you joined, depending how long you've been in. Okay, so warming them up. Like I said, if somebody gives me a buy one, get one, and I've never tried it, I could care less. If it's my favorite hand cream, my favorite shampoo, which is expensive, if they did buy one, get one, I'd be down there tomorrow buying 2 to get 2. So with that said, just jot this down. So Friday tonight, we've got 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. These are all California time, so adjust to where you live. All right, so that again warms them up to you, warms them up to the product. They might, after they see that, they might go, I had no idea Mary Kay had a sonic brush. And you're like, oh my gosh, well, why don't you jump on tomorrow? We're doing this whole virtual skincare thing. And I will mention skincare tonight, just like I've done on every holiday boutique. But again, it's not the details that you would get at a typical thing. All right, so now that we've done tonight, let's jump to Saturday. So Saturday, we have the option of Janice's marathon. She's got one at 7 o'clock. Now, again, these are California time, so adjust to wherever you guys live. 7 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. What I love about these is, again, this gets them exposed. They're going to hear about hydrogel patches. They'll hear about charcoal masks. They're going to hear about microdermabrasion. Again, it warms them up to start thinking about, well, gosh, I had no idea Mary Kay had all this. So you guys realize this is all pre-Thanksgiving, pre-Black Friday, Pink Friday. This is pre all of this, which is why this is so good. So again, you've got 3 options on Saturday. Then you've got the option now on Sunday, the mother-daughter makeovers. Now, this could be with samples or without samples. It doesn't matter. I mean, samples are ideal, but they don't have to even have makeup. If you want to give them something, you could give them like CC cream, and maybe primer or possibly a color card, but you don't have to. Janice says she's going to talk about that stuff, whether they have it to demo or not. All right. So just you have 2 Fridays, 3 Saturdays, and 1 Sunday just to expose them to the product. Now, who would you market these to? Obviously, the people who are not already your current customer, right? Obviously, you could also reach out to anybody who's been on one other virtual thing, but maybe is still not a full-blown, skincare everything customer. Maybe it's somebody that you want on your team. And again, you're warming her up to this is how we work virtually. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be key for you. So I'm going to put somebody in charge. Rachel's busy. Lori, I'll put you in charge. Remind me before we're done to explain how to invite people to all of these. So I'm just going to leave 5 minutes at the end on how to get people on all these events. All right, you guys. So just to recap, 2 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. All right. So now let's talk about how do you get all this information out? If your customers are going to be bombarded with TV, every possible thing out there, and 9 million emails and a couple of flyers in the mail, and between the TV and emails, they're going to be bombarded. So how can you make yourself stand out? Well, of course, a VIP page is great. So my thought was, if you go on your VIP page, notice who's on there. I have about 20 customers of mine that I've invited on, and either they're clueless. I mean, they're not going to hear this recording. So they're either clueless or they don't understand to accept my friend request to move them into my VIP page. So now when I tag something on my VIP page, I'm going to tag people that are not in there. So I can also send some of these out or possibly text them. So it is a layering process. So let's talk about that. Now I'm specifically talking not about this weekend. Okay, I'm specifically talking about next weekend of Thanksgiving. Now, with that said, as you guys know, Target, Costco, Sam's Club, who else is doing Best Buys, they are all doing Black Friday week. That like every day is Black Friday in Target. Like every week they're running different specials. So if you wanted to do something like that, you could do something for today that you run for 24 hours. You could do it from like 5 p.m. today to 5 p.m. tomorrow, a pre-Pink Friday special. You could even do a Friday, Saturday special, okay? And we can talk about what those possibilities are. So let me share with you guys some of these. So here is a fun teaser. It doesn't say the discount, but this is something I would possibly put, if you guys use a service called like Project Broadcast, which is extremely inexpensive. It gives you an additional cell number. You can group text out stuff if you have something like that, or if you just want to sit there and text it to your top 20 people, your top 40. Gang, it's numbers. This is a numbers game. So notice on this one flyer, not that I'm promoting it, but I'm just saying Pink Friday is coming. Watch for details. I don't even know what Pink Friday is. The countdown to my Pink Friday sale is on. Big savings of the year. Stock up, save, and give your skin the best gift of Mary Kay. And then you could just maybe attach one line with that. You don't want to put a big long text with it, but it might be something like, if you're not part of my VIP page, text me back so I can add you. Or if you want to be added to my VIP page or something. So you could actually post this on your personal page and put a heading above it that says, if you're not part of my exclusive VIP page, privately text me at, and then post your phone number. Of course, you realize you're posting your phone number on Facebook, but you do whatever you want. Does that sort of make sense? So this doesn't give them a promotion, Christina, like we talked about. This is great because this is just like heads up, there's a sale coming. Now, the reason why I would suggest you guys put this out like today or tomorrow is because otherwise people, and on mine, I'm going to put on there, thank you for supporting local small business, exclamation point. I had 3 people this year spend $400 with me in gifts that they probably would normally buy from a big box store. Three people, all females, spent $400 each with me. That's $1,200 in sales to 3 people, you guys. One gal bought 15 mint bliss. I mean, you don't need to hear the whole thing, but it's a lot. And it's because I honestly think they're really all about supporting small local business. And I even said to them, I'm not anti-big box, but you know what? Target, Costco, and Amazon are going to survive all of this. Not everybody will. All right. So this is a great tip pointer that you could put out now. And you might say, only 7 days to go or whatever. And then you could literally post this a couple days later, only 3 more days. It's okay to do the same image. It's no different than the Folgers commercial that posts the same stupid commercial that pretty soon you walk around your house singing the best start waking up, Folgers in my cup. It's like, are you kidding me if I see that commercial one more time? So sometimes changing the image constantly is not to your advantage. So you literally could post this now and say, only 6 more days to my Pink Friday sale. And then you could post this again in 3 days, 3 more days. And then you could even add an emoji of something jumping up and down. 1 more day, 1 more day. And you can schedule that, gang, to arrive on Thanksgiving, even if you're not on Facebook. You all know how to do that. You can actually schedule the post to happen. So this is just a great, and if somebody else finds a good one, post it underneath this one so we can all share. All right, so let's talk about some ideas of specials. Now, again, I'm not promoting any of these. Now, this is an actual Thanksgiving Day sale, which I thought was interesting. You could post a 5-hour Thanksgiving Day sale. You get to decide when you want to do it, right? You could tell them it's from 8 to noon or whatever the 5 hours are. But so from 9 to 10, if they buy the repair set, it's $165. Now, who would I text this to? I would text this to everybody who uses any one piece of that. I don't care if all they buy is repair eye cream from me. If they've ever bought a repair cleanser, if they buy any of that, I already know Susan Lamb will buy that even if she's not out of all those pieces to save $40. She would do that in a heartbeat. All right. Then from 10 to 11, anybody who's ever purchased a skincare set from you. So what'll help you guys with this for future is when you put people in my customers is I do, you know, where it allows you to tag. I put skincare, or I put tag repair. So that way, if you do a sort and say, who are the repair people, who are the skincare people, it'll pull them up. Botanicals, anybody, gang, if somebody's on the mother-daughter event with you on Sunday, I would text the mom and say, what I would suggest is that you place your order and we process it on Thanksgiving Day from 11 to 12 because your daughter's skincare set could be 41 instead of 54. Now the mom is your new best friend because you just helped her save $13. Does that make sense? And if she says, well, my daughter's blemish prone and I want to get something for my son, say, well, great, we'll just do it at 12 noon and we'll give you both sales. Your daughter's at this price and your son's at this price. And if she says, well, I might want stuff for my husband, say, great, we'll write that up at 1 o'clock because you get his $81 set for $61. That's a huge savings, gang. So notice down here on the bottom, free shipping on any order, free gift with a $40 purchase. Discount will be applied when processing payment. You will receive an email confirmation. So you guys know you can do this on CVS or you can take it out of your inventory, whatever is easier. If you are going to mail it to your client, I know it's fun to take it off your shelf, but it's so much cheaper to do CVS right now. Unless you've got it on your shelf, which is of course your preference. Does anybody have questions on the Thanksgiving Day sale? Again, it's just an idea. I should probably, Lori, you know what? Can you monitor the chat for me and just wave at me if somebody says anything? I appreciate that, babe, just because we're short on time. All right, so let's look at the next picture. Now, what's fun about this is I love how it's trendy, it's cute, and talks about how avoid COVID and crowds. Shop with me. And so I thought it was clever. What's interesting is Pink Friday, and I love the fact that it says the date, 35% off anything you buy that day. So that's an option. Small Business Saturday, 20% off. Social Media Sunday, Facebook sale on select items must be part of my VIP page. So now if they buy, you're like, oh my God, you're not a part of my VIP page. I need to add you. So that's when anybody buys from you on Friday, you can privately text them and even send a selfie of you saying, I just thought of something. I'm going to take a screenshot of my VIP page header on Facebook and say, I really want to add you to this. Text me back your name on Facebook.
Okay, Tiffany Schaefer is asking where she can get the images.
Okay, so Tiffany, I can, if you email me, babe, at dcovingtonmk, so it's just my first initial and then Covington, you can see that's right up here, dcovingtonmk@gmail.com, I'll send you all these. All right, and so down here, it says special buy one, get one, half off or 15% off. That's on Cyber Monday. So I would totally romance the buy one, get one at half off. Buy a mascara, get a second mascara at half off. You guys, that moves a volume of inventory.
And here comes the question about discounting from their my customers, which Christina was asking about before.
You're talking about like when you do it on CVS?
Right.
Okay, so let's just say Lori's my...
Not on CVS, on our personal website, if they buy from our website.
So what I tell them, I said, in order for you to get the discount, you cannot pay and do checkout. You have to place your order, do not add payment. Just get all the way to the end and say, send the order to my consultant. Then you go in with her credit card and you process it. And she can enter her credit card number, but you don't want her to do checkout. If she checks out, there's no way for you to give her that discount. You have to do the checkout for her.
But you can do it through my customers. You can do that. But you're right. If they do it through the website, they're stuck with whatever
If they
price.
actually check out, yes. So this guy, you guys, this again, you don't have to use this one. You could even use pieces of this. You could do this, avoid COVID in crowds, shop with me, and then you could put your own little box of sales stuff in here if you want, or steal the clip art if you don't like this. And this was all done by a website that I can actually give you guys the link later. It's I think it's called Shop Pink MK or something, but there's a company that actually puts all this stuff together because they have nothing. I mean, that's what they do. So
It's in the lower left corner, actually.
Yep. Okay, so that's an option. Here's another option really quick. Easy holiday shopping, Black Pink Friday. So this is just for the one day. It starts at midnight to midnight. And then notice it says on here, buy one, get one half off on all new holiday and winter items. Now, that is huge. That's 50% off. But again, it's only on what you have in stock, and it's only till 7 a.m. So the early birds get the worm on that one. But again, it's half off. So you guys may not want to do something that big. Totally up to you. Here's another special, 10 hand creams with Mint Bliss lotions for 100. So they're basically getting $1 off each one. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then down here, you can see there's satin hands, satin lips, satin body care, and this is free shipping, blah, blah, blah. So again, it's an option, but that's a one-day sale. The next one is last chance items. Now, here's what I love about Cyber Monday. Notice something about everything on here, gang. It's all limited edition. It's basically everything you have that's limited edition. So it means let's say you've got some of these, I just ordered more of these bronzers because I love these, but let's say you've got one of these body creams and you've got some of these lipsticks. You could literally take pictures of them on black backgrounds and just set them down and post them all and say everything's buy one, get one at half off of equal or lesser value. So this, if you've been in Mary Kay more than 6 months, this would be great for people like possibly Rachel, Carrie, Dina, some of you, Cindy, some of you who've been in for a while. It's called last chance items. Get them before they're gone. So it's not, notice how that's marketed. Instead of saying, this is my old limited edition that's kicking around, I want to move. This is a last chance before they're gone. It's kind of like once a car is discontinued, then it becomes a classic. Classic cars don't go down in price, they go up in price. So when somebody the other day said to me, well, what other green eyeshadows do you have? And I said, well, I have some classic colors that I said, you can also still get for $8. And she goes, oh, I'd like to see a picture of those. And I pulled out lemongrass and I don't know, whatever the other greens were that we used to have, an emerald. And she actually bought a classic color and a regular color. So I just like this concept. You could create your own, but I also like the fact that it's already done. And it's buy one, get one. Now this is based on what you have in your inventory. So that's another really, really good thing. You guys, and here's the deal. Do not flip out and say, oh my gosh, I have 6 of the little $15 brush sets left. What am I going to do with these? This is not a thing you want to be worried about having left over. I'm talking about, 6 months to a year ago's lipstick that's limited edition or whatever. Okay, so that's an image you can use. Oh, it's called Think Pink software. I think if you guys go on Think Pink software, you don't have to pay for stuff. Most of the stuff is free. Okay, and again, now we're back to the generic Friday's coming. I love this concept. It's like, hello, pay attention. I'm about to run something really fabulous and special. Does that make sense? Okay, so now that you guys have seen possibilities, let's talk for just a second about how you can put this together. So you've got events to expose them to Mary Kay. So you've got the next 3 or 4 days, and then don't forget, we're going to continue to do virtual events. So Monday, Cyber Monday, Janice is doing 2 virtual events on Cyber Monday. On Wednesday, December 2nd, I'm doing a virtual holiday boutique again, because you guys, here's what I'm finding from you guys is you guys are now getting people on that are going, oh my God, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. So by December 2nd, the first Wednesday, I'm doing a holiday boutique again. And if the girls in Hawaii want one also later, I'm happy to do one later, like 9 my time, 7 your time, or 6:30 your time, 8:30 my time. Because sometimes that's when people get on better. So so does that sort of make sense? I personally am not discounting any of this, like not happening, because I'm selling it, but I also would like to move some limited edition things. You guys can also offer your clients gifts with purchase. Notice it said if their purchase is over 40, they get a gift. It doesn't say what the gift is. So let's say you have a whole bunch of eyeshadows. I'm going to talk specifically more to Cindy and Carrie and some of you who are seasoned. Let's say you have 40 of the non-Chroma Fusion eyeshadows, non-Chroma Fusion. You could literally snap them open, just so that all the lids are open, right? Line them up in like 2 rows, get over it with your phone, take a picture and say, I only have one of each color. Which would you like as your free gift? Now they're excited. They're like, oh my God, for every $40 increment, you get a free shadow. She'll go, what was my purchase? 70. Well, if I spend another 10, can I get another one? Sure. Okay, she's going to spend $10 to get a free $8 eyeshadow that you want to move anyway. Does that make sense? Same thing with polishes and stuff. So those are easy to mail them. To mail a shadow or a blush is super, super easy. And so one of the things that Belinda did share last time is everybody was asking her and Stacy, how do you get people in all these events? You just keep asking them and asking them. Now, let's spend a minute on how you ask them. This isn't, wording is important. Okay, so I'm just going to pick on Lori for a second. So let's say Lori is my neighbor and I really want her to do an event. And I've invited her 3 times by text and maybe once by a phone call. And she goes, Diane, I've got Dance with Linnea. I'll jump on something. I'm just super busy. Okay, well, that's not unreasonable at all. And then I'd say to Lori, okay, well, I really, is it okay if I reach out to you again? So I ask that. Is it okay if I reach out to you again? 99% of the time they will say yes. Now, if she says no, I'd really rather not. Honestly, I'd rather have her tell me that than having me keep calling her. I'd rather have her say, you know what, Diane, I'm honestly not interested. And I'd say, okay, if you change your mind, let me know because I'm going to keep doing virtual events. So give them that out. But 99% of the time, honestly, they're not going to take that out. They're going to say, yeah, invite me to the next thing. So let's say I just got off this call and I really want Lori to an event. She's beautiful. She's got gorgeous skin. She takes care of her skin. And I'm thinking she should be using Mary Kay. Like, she's my neighbor. Why is she not on the product? I will text her and I say, Lori, it really helps me with my training. And I'm in a challenge to get 10 people on a virtual event. So can I give you some options? And she's going to say yes. And I say, well, if you want to see Holiday, I'd love you to jump on at 5 or 7 tonight. If you want to see more skincare makeup stuff, I have 7, 10, whatever the times are for tomorrow. I'm just going to say 7, 11, and 1. I don't remember the times, but let's just say it's 7, 11, and 1. Which, this is key, which would work better for you? And then quiet. And she's going to say, tonight at 7 works great. I'd say, great. So Lori, I would love to have Linnea on. She goes, well, Linnea's away at college, and say, well, can I send you a link and you can text it to Linnea? Because I love her opinion. She's a young adult. She's in her 20s. She's trendy. I'd love to know what she thinks. Besides, Lori, if you have one friend on, you get 3 extra tickets for the drawing tonight. She might go, oh my gosh. So let's say Lori jumps on tonight. She hears a little bit about stuff. And then she's like, so Diane, when's your other event that's skincare related? And I say, well, actually, Lori, we're doing a mother-daughter event on Sunday. So what I'm doing is I am like lighting a fire underneath her. So when she finds out about my sales over Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, she's all in. And so she might buy some stuff tonight, but like, let's just say I know that I'm running buy one, get one or whatever. I might say once she purchases stuff tonight, say, by the way, I really want to add you to my VIP page because I'm going to be doing some sales and some of them are an hour long, some are a half day long, but you're going to want to know about them in case you want to jump on any. Would it be okay if I added you to my page? And keep track of who is on. So I just print out every single person on PCP or every profile card, just put them alphabetical order or whatever. And then as I add them to my VIP page, I just highlight them. And I only have like not even half highlighted. And so that's my goal today, is to get a whole bunch of people on my VIP page. And I'm just going to flip and call them because they're not responding to anything else. So if I invite Lori and she says to me again, oh, Diane, I can't come on tonight. Today and tomorrow won't work. I'm baking already. I actually had a client tell me that. She goes, I'm baking till Thanksgiving. And I'm thinking, you're baking for the next 6 days, 24 hours a day. So I didn't say that to her. I said, wow, I said, you must be an incredible chef. I said, I wish I lived closer. I'd ask for a sample. And I said, you know, I would really, because I'm in this challenge, I would really love for you to jump on a call. I said, the sessions run an hour or less. And I know you'd have fun. Here, would it be okay if I send you the times? And guess what she said? Sure. So again, it's just planting that seed and letting them know. Does that sort of make sense? So whatever you guys need to do to get somebody on a watch for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday is going to be key. So you've got Friday, the Holiday Boutique, Saturday, Janice's event, Sunday, Mother-Daughter, Monday's Janice's other 2 events. So you've got those people. I mean, you've got those events to plug people in. So I'd go back and look at who was on a virtual session a long time ago since we went COVID that you can get on here. Carrie, you've got to have a zillion leads from booth events, bridal fairs, whatever. Get them on. I know Cindy shared that's how she was doing. She was texting a bunch of old leads. So it's about reaching out those. And then you guys, it's about layering. So you don't want to run so many promotions you're confused. So you could do the Thanksgiving Day thing, but here's the deal. If your customers are not expecting stuff, by the time you post it and they read it, guess when it'll be? 2 days after Thanksgiving, they see your Thanksgiving sale. Well, that doesn't do you a whole lot of good. But by you letting them know when you send out, if you send out that little elf thing to say, I'm running specials Thanksgiving Day and for the next 4 days after Thanksgiving, can I add you to my VIP page? Do you do Facebook? Do you do Facebook? And if so, what name are you on? I know Rachel helped me with the wording on this. I'm blanking for a second. What is the name you use on Facebook?
What is the name you use for Facebook?
Yeah, what is
How
the name
does
you
the
use?
name
Is that
appear
right,
on
Rachel?
Facebook?
How does your name appear on
How does-
Facebook? Thank you. How does your name appear on Facebook? And I love that. Thank you, Jen Segusu, for remembering that. Because that's key. And I've had a whole bunch of, like, all my new Florida gals, except for one that's in her 70s doesn't do it, and one that's in her 30s doesn't, but all the rest of them do it. So I've added them all to my VIP page. Okay, and so just to also come full circle with this, Janice, as you guys know, did that challenge. And in my unit, no one left behind. I don't care if we have to rally each other and link each other's arms, kumbaya. Everybody's going to have 1,000 in sales, including Lori and me, getting your jewelry this month. And then I'd love to see who wants to stretch for the $2,000 and adding a team member. So I was nervous. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was nervous about my boutique this year because I have customers come and they spend an hour circling my table that has probably about $4,000 of inventory, all merchandise like this. It literally looks like Neiman's and Nordstrom's in my house, and they will drop $300 to $600 each in an hour. And none of them were coming to my house. And I'm thinking, oh my God, 2 moved away. And I was kind of not panicking, but I thought, I don't know how this holiday season is going to turn out. And so far my sales this month have totaled over $3,600, and I'm not even close to being done. So, all right, so tell me what questions you guys have, because we have like 10 more minutes, and I think the questions will be valuable on the recording. So who has a question on strategy, what to do, how to get it out to your people, how to convey it? But I will tell you, a confused mind does nothing. So if you're all over the place, your clients are going to feel like they're all over the place. So it's one thing to invite them to things, and then it's another thing to let them know about sales. So when you're calling to invite them or texting them, you can always say, BTW, comma, and then with a bunch of fun emojis and say, I am running specials from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday, and I want you to know everything that's going on. I want you to know about all my specials. When we come across desperate, so my invitation to Lori might be, Lori, I'm in this challenge and I really need to get somebody on. Would you please jump on? I need to find 9 other people to get on. And my director challenged me to do this, and I really need you. Okay, that is that is really a desperate invitation. Instead, I'm like, Lori, I'm so excited. We have some amazing virtual events tonight and tomorrow, and I'm in a challenge. It helps me with my training just to have 10 people on. Could you be one of my 10, either today for the holiday or tomorrow for skincare and color? And Lori will go, sure, I can do that. She'll go, I don't know, Diane, I can try. And I said, well, that would be amazing. If you could jump on, you would be one of my 10. And that would be, I don't take challenges lightly. I like to win. All right, anybody else? I saw about the bling for the eye makeup remover. I'll get to that in just a second. Anybody else have questions though on sales, how to get information to customers? So if somebody wants to be on the holiday session tonight, I don't know that I would tell them that all your holiday is going to be 40% off for an hour on Pink Friday weekend. Because here's what I'm going to tell you is everybody who's placed orders with me, they're coming to get them today and tomorrow, they're all like, they all 3 texted me again and said, can I add one more Mint Bliss thingy? Can I add one more of those hand creams and lip balms? And one called to order more, and I have no more citrus sorbet. I said, I'm sold out. She goes, well, what other flavor do you have? So getting people on now, they'll buy, and then if they want another deal, they'll get another deal. Okay, so Christina said, I used that script about 10 people to come on. 10 people are coming, but 3 said they are just coming for my support, but will not buy anything. Great. That's kind of like I told Janice, I'll listen, but I'm not joining Mary Kay. I'll join, but I'm not going to do anything. That is their way of not. And so what I would do, Christine, is I would reinforce that to say, your support means the world to me. There's absolutely no obligation. That's exactly what I would text back with a little heart emoji or a picture of you, like a little selfie of your smile, and say, your support means the world to me. There's absolutely no obligation to purchase. Because gang, I just want them on. Just get them on. That's all that matters, is just get them on. I had people from my networking group that jumped on my boutique, never have bought from me, always, let's say blow me away, but they just don't give me the time of day as far as buying product. Every one of them that came on ordered stuff. And I said, you don't have to order these. She goes, no, I'm super intrigued. I'm really excited. I'm like, okay. Okay, don't worry, Christy. I'm not going to forget about your thing. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions on what to run for sales, what to run for specials? Go ahead, Dina.
And don't you have most of these pic collages or whatever on your site, right?
Correct. So if you go on our Facebook page right now, and I know Belinda's group is not on there, but if you guys go on here, not only is, okay, so we've got all the Pink Friday Thanksgiving sale ideas, but if you also go on that website, you'll see even more. But you guys, here would be my suggestion. If you go on that website, be really specific about what you're looking for. You will spend an hour and a half on there. I told my assistant, I said, get in and get out. I'm just looking for one Thanksgiving idea, a generic all pink weekend, and then a specific Pink Friday. And then she found these 4, because those are the 4 best that we found of all of the ones. But you guys have both the invitations for Saturday and Sunday, and you guys have got the invitation for tonight. It's just down here a little ways, wherever the holiday boutique is. It's right here, back by demand. Now, if you guys need these in links, I've got that. You can use the same link that we send out for the makeovers. And instead of it saying, grab your samples, pour your beverage, I can't wait to pamper your face, you can say, I'm so excited you're joining our holiday wonderland tonight. Pour the drink of your choice. Pajamas are optional. I can't wait to see your smiling face. And put a bunch of Santas and trees on there and send them the link. I will tell you guys, the next 10 days can absolutely rock your world. They literally can rock your world. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording real quick.